Okay, good morning, Miss Gongtri. Good morning, my friends. So today we will explain our lesson plan about food and drink. But before that, let me introduce our team from Group 3. So the first is Ketut Era Andani, NPM 0010. The second is Nikadek Lucy Arisandi, NPM 0012. The third is Igede Sudarma, NPM 0004. And the fourth is Nimade Duta Anggraini, NPM 0032 from class 6A. So the lesson plan is from grade 4, chapter 6, about food and drink. The first explanation will be explained by Ketut Era Andani. Time is yours.
Lesson plan full SDN 2 sesetan, subject English, class 4 and semester 2, topic food and drink. Time allotment, to time 35 minutes. A. Basic competency and indicators of competency assessment. The basic competency practice a variety of activities centered on learners to develop themselves in the ability to listen and get information, express intention and responses. Great demonstration to support creativity and cooperation related to food and drink through short text, conversation, pictures, writing, and also the indicators of competency assessment, writing a simple sentence in response to a picture that is related to food and drink. B. Learning objective. The learning objective is after listening to the teacher's explanation, students can write short sentences about food and drink. C. Learning materials. The definition of food and drink and kind of food and drink. D. Learning methods and techniques. Think parcel. E. Learning media and tools. Number 1, media is picture. Number 2, tools is laptop, LCD, and whiteboard. F. Learning source. Student English book class 4 and handout. G. Learning activity. The first meeting to time 35 minutes. A. Pre-activity 5 minutes. In pre-activity, the teacher, number 1, quiz the students and makes a habit of good sitting posture in learning activities and then invite students to pray before the lesson begins. Number 2, check the attendance list of the students. Number 3, propose questions about the materials which have already been studied and relax the previous materials with next material. Number 4, give learning motivation to students generally and specifically related to the material to be learned. Number 5, explain the basic competency and indicator of competency assessment which are going to be achieved. And the last one, delivers the outline of the material and explains about the activity which is going to contribute.
Okay, for the next explanation will be explained by Lucy Arisandi. Time is yours.
B. Wheels activity 40 minutes. Number 1, observing. In observing activity, teachers invite students to observe a picture about food and drink and guide students to identify kinds of food and drink. Number 2, questioning. In questioning activity, teacher stimulates students to ask questions about food and drink which has already been observed and facilitate and answer student question, or teacher answer the student question while explaining the kind of food and drink. Number 3, exploring and associating. In exploring and associating activity, teacher asks the student to explore the kinds of food and drink and read the kinds on the handout. Ask the student to read the student worksheet 1 and answer the question individually. Think and divide the students into pairs and ask them to discuss with their pair what they have already done in the previous activity pair. 4. Communicating. In communicating activity, teacher guides some student or pairs to share the result of their discussion on student worksheet 1, share, and ask the other student to pay attention on their friend presentation and give suggestion or alternative answer if it is needed. C. Fast activity, 25 minutes. Number 1, and the students summarize the learning material. Number 2, and the student identify obstacles which are faced during the teaching learning process or reflection. Number 3, give an assessment sheet of student knowledge and skill. Number 4, give feedback on the student process and learning assignment which has been done. And number 5, give emphasis about the materials in the next meeting. And number 6, the teacher invites students to pray to end the learning activity. And number 7, greetings. H, assessment. Number 1, the technique is performance test. Number 2, the instrument is writing in response to a picture test. And number 3, scoring procedure is scoring rubric. Here of table of assessment. Basic competency 4.6. The assessment and technique writing test, and the instrument writing in response to a picture test, and scoring procedure. Number 1, answer key. Number 2, scoring rubric.
Okay, that's all about the explanation. For the next explanation will be explained by Sudarma. Time is yours.
All right, thank you for the time. So I will continue the material. The first is Appendix 1. It is about learning materials. First, the definitions of food and drink. Food is the material that we can eat, and the material is containing carbohydrates, fats, protein, and supplements such as minerals and vitamins that is taken by and used in the living body for growth and repair and as a source of energy or activities. In short, food is what people eat to live. Also, food gives us energy to play, learn, and grow. And then drink. Drink is a liquid that you can take into your body by using your mouth. Also, drink is important to help us to digest our food. And then the second material is kind of food and drink. Kind of healthy food. For the first example is bread, is roti, and then meat is daging, and then tofu is tahu. So the other example for kind of healthy food you can see on our screen. And then we move to kind of junk food. The first is hot dog, is roti sosis, and then sauce is sausage, and then pizza, it's pizza. So for the other example of kind of junk food, you can see on our screen. And the third is kind of drink. The first is water, is air, and the milk is susu, and then juice is juice. So for the example of drink, you can see on our screen. And then right now we move to Appendix 2. It's about student worksheet. For the instructions is, please look at the picture below, then write or respond to the name of each picture. For examples, number 1, what is the food in the picture above? So the answer is, the food in the picture above is pizza. So for the other example of exercise, you can see on our screen. Right, now we move to the scoring procedure. Student worksheet 1. A. Answer K of student worksheet 1. For the first is the food in the picture above is pizza. So further of key answer you can see on our screen. And then number B is scoring rubric of student worksheet 1. First, the student is complete. The sentence is complete and grammatical. You get 2 points. The sentence is either complete or grammatical. Get 1 point. The sentence is incomplete and ungrammatical. Get 0 point. And now we move to appendix 3. Is assessment sheet. Table of assessment sheet specifications. Indicator of competency achievement. Writing in response to a picture test. And assessment sheets or instrument. Assessment sheets of student skill or writing in response to a picture test. And then scoring procedure. Number 1 is answer key. And number 2 is scoring rubric.
Okay. For the next, I will explain about our assessment sheet. The assessment sheet 1. The instruction is, please look at the picture below, then write or respond to the name of each picture. So for the question number 1, what is the food in the picture above? And for the question number 2 and until number 10, you can see from the screen. That's all our question about assessment sheet. And then move to the scoring procedure. Scoring procedure of assessment sheet is answer key. Answer key number 1, the food in the picture above is egg. And for the answer key number 2 until 10, you can see from the screen. And then move to the scoring procedure number B is scoring rubric. Scoring rubric of assessment sheet 2 is the first, the sentence is complete and grammatical, get 2 points. The second is the sentence is either complete or grammatical, get 1 point. And the third, the sentence is incomplete and ungrammatical, get 0 point. So that's all our explanation about our lesson plan. Maybe there are many mistakes in our explanation. We gonna say sorry for you, miss, and then maybe the other friends want to say something before we end the explanation or the presentation today. Maybe Lucy, Dharma, or Era want to say something.
No, I think that's all about our presentation.
Me too, so far so good.
Okay, so if Miss Gumtri have some suggestion or something, you can contact us. Maybe that's all about our explanation or our presentation today about the lesson plan. And we will end this presentation. Thank you.